All right, now let's switch gears for a second. I want to bring in economist Peter Morici. I want to talk to you about tariffs and the impact on prices. Explain to me, please, why a raft of tariffs on imports coming into this country does not raise prices for consumers.
Well, it depends on which tariff we're talking about and how you do it. For example, a large tariff on China would somewhat be absorbed by Chinese manufacturers, by the Chinese government, because they want to lift exports to keep their tepid economy going. So they'd subsidize them. And also there would be an exchange rate adjustment. More would depend also on whether the Canadians and the Europeans joined in so that the Chinese had fewer options for their exports, therefore were more willing to cut prices. Whenever you put a tax on something, it's not 100% borne by the consumer. Some of it is shifted back on the producer, that's China. And in the case of this kind of situation where it's an international price, you have the additional complication of exchange rates. Finally, it's a one-off. The last time it raised prices, according to the Peterson Institute, I guess it was like 0.2% overall in the CPI. So if you did 4 times that, it would be 0.8 of a percentage point. Now, that's nothing to sneeze at, but it's a one-off. It's not year after year additional increases. Finally, I want to point something else out. It doesn't cause unemployment. If you're in a full employment economy, it moves around where people work. It doesn't cause unemployment. All these job loss numbers, these people should have be defrocked. They should have their degrees taken off the wall. They know that.
China's economy is in deep trouble at this moment. Does Trump have leverage when they're in that situation?
If he moves quickly and he doesn't horse around. If I were advising him, I'd say, go to 60%. Lay out exactly what you want out of them, and I don't think there's anything they really could give us that would convince me not to keep 60%. But if he has a list, if Lighthizer has a list, you lay it out. If he doesn't meet the list, you go to 80 or 90%. We got to remember, the Chinese are using all the profits they're making, excuse me, not all, but a lot of them, to build this Navy, which is costing us, because then we have to respond, to support the Russians, and we have to respond. We're dealing with real miscreants here. I mean, they might not be Vladimir Putin, but they're in the same time zone.
Okay. Peter Morici, thanks for input today on a very important day. Always appreciate it. Thank you, Peter.
Take care.